what they call a ready rack, and I'll talk about it in a little bit. But across the transverse side of this segment, there's tendons. So when they move this out of the match cast position to here, they got to post tension these tendons. See, we've got rebar and we've got tendons in these segments. The reason why we have tendons in here is because we've got these wings, and if you didn't have post tensioning in this type of segment, this type of bridge, the wing would want to crack right about here. So you want to add extra strength. Oh, okay. All right, so I'm going to start blowing through these slides. All right, I can go on and on. Well, here I show the post tensioning on one of the segments here. You can see a whole sea of segments for Lesner Bridge at the Atlantic Metrocast Yard. We have, of course, we're done with the bridge abutments. The start and end point of the bridge is at the abutment. We're doing span by span. You can see the gantry. Right now, we're getting ready to load segments up behind the gantry. They bring them over into position. They hook them up to these PT bars and set them where they need to be. This is some pictures of the gantry out there. This is up on top of the gantry looking down at one of the pier segments. So here we have it, all the segments being readied in position, and then we lower them into position.
How many segments are in place right now?
We have 19 are in place right now. We're about ready over the next 2 weeks to set another 14. So today we're actually today we're starting this for span 2. Once we get those in position, we have to place epoxy across the whole face of the segment, and then we put these temporary post-tensioning bars in the shoulders of the segments and along the floor, and then we pull the segments together.
How much taller is the bridge going to be?
About 10 feet taller in the center than what it is right now. This is actually a video, but I won't play it. What the guy's got here is a bar jack, and you could actually be able to see them pulling the segments together and all this epoxy squeezing out, which they scoop up and smooth out.
That's kind of like the tunnel we're building, right? The same
A
concept.
very similar concept. So we got to do this temporarily until we run the tendons through it. So all the segments are temporarily held together by these post-tensioning bars and by the epoxy, and then we run the tendons through the whole span to post-tension those. So here you see them running the tendons through the entire bridge, and we're anchoring those tendons from the pier to the abutment. And inside those tendons we have strand. This is a 19-strand tendon. This is a 27-strand tendon. We have 10 tendons per span. There's about 8 million pounds of force holding that whole span together through these tendons. This, what you see right here, is the jack that we use to put the force on that tendon. 19-strand tendon's got about 800,000 pounds of force. There's the jack again, and when we're all done, we cut the tendon off, we put these caps on, and we actually grout the whole annular space of that tendon to make sure that those tendons don't grow from the inside out. There's the jack again, that's actually another video. Here it is completed. They're storing spare duct in there, so that's inside the bridge. Post-tensioning bars have been removed.
Well, that's a maintenance tunnel in essence?
It will actually be the access for all of our utilities in there. But that's where we'll do the interior bridge inspection. There's a completed span. There's our MSC wall that we have in there, a mechanically stabilized earth wall. It's got a coating on it that's palomino beige to match the sand. It's got a decorative pattern to look like sand. It's held back by these straps. And you can see, some of the aesthetics here. This is the handrail that's going to be up on the bridge. This is the bridge lit up at night. That's the color that the whole bridge is going to be. And here you can see we're superimposing a new bridge over the old bridge. There's a scenic overlook over here by the Hampton docks. We got steel back timber guardrail. Again, the wide multi-use paths on each side. Wow. All right.
Chris, what did you do? What was your project before this?
The Alaskan Gateway project at the oceanfront.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What's the clearance going to be?
The clearance between the mean high tide and the bottom of this bridge is about 45 feet.
Wow, that's good.
How do you get the segments reinforced?
We actually truck them in.
Truck them?
We truck them in. We store them at our yard. and we have another gantry at the yard, then we truck it from the yard to the back of the gantry. The erection.
Do it at night?
We do it during the day from 9 to 3. It's a permit load, so yeah.
Okay.
This is a super erector set, isn't it?
It is.
Lego.
It's a far cry
The
from
people
what I
that
have.
are laughing know what I'm talking about. The people that aren't laughing aren't as old as I. Chris, we thank you so very much. Would you be willing to stick around and answer questions?
Yes, yeah.
And please accept this, a small token of our appreciation and our four-way test on the back. And I am sure most of those are being done every day on that
Yes,
bridge.
absolutely.
You have one more very important job to do, which is going to require a hand. You're going to pick one of these three numbers out of this way.
Okay,
Last three numbers, loud and clear.
last three numbers, 785.
No, but I have two announcements you forgot.
Dave, quickly.
Two quick announcements. Next Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, we'll be doing the unpacking, setting up, and installing of the tables at the Union Mission. Also, the board meeting is this Thursday, and one of the discussion topics at the board meeting will be our extended next generation contract here at the facilities. We've got a number of things that we need to talk about before it comes back to the membership for voting. So if you've got some specific things that you want to be addressed by the board, please either get them to me or come to the board meeting.
Anything further to come to go to the club? We stand adjourned.
Just under 45 minutes. If it's a typical segment, it's about 4 days. Because it's designed as very, they have to attach, I don't know if it's the transverse tendon, second to the casting. So time they have 7 days. And they put the strings in here before the action. So as soon as they build that string, they got stress the tendons, and then you got your you can't trust the tendons.
Yes. I didn't either until yesterday. Yeah, I got an email on the way up to the meeting yesterday about it.
Because I put on the calendar, they were saying, like, don't come, but they didn't go like that.
No, and I still haven't heard about when they're going to do the actual meal survey.
They're doing everything at once.
Cece, good to see you. It was great seeing your picture, shaking hands with the kid.
I didn't even see it until just a minute ago.
What you don't want to have